Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of Radiant Central, and I'm your host Natasha St. Michael, and thank you so much for joining me. So recently someone asked me about protein powder and what my opinion is. This is a great question. I have to say, when it comes down to protein powder, is that people have to remember it's a supplement, it's not a food, and it should not be replacing all your meals. And it shouldn't be that you're sort of organizing or planning your meals around your protein powder. I see this a lot. A lot of times people get really caught up with it. It's kind of like how many times a day can they fit that protein powder in? And sometimes you're getting even more protein than your body really needs. And also too, it's a supplement. It's not a real food. You know, number one is eating whole foods. Number one is getting your nutrition from foods. We know that nutrition and nutrients are much more bioabsorbable by getting it from your food as opposed to a supplement. A lot of times supplements, they go right through, your body doesn't even absorb it, and it can cause other issues. It could be too much of a strain on your kidneys or all sorts of stuff from having supplements and overdoing certain supplements. So really, if you're contemplating having a protein powder, or you eat a lot of protein powder, ask yourself why. You know, what's the reasoning behind this, and can you actually get that protein from your food? And to look at your diet, reevaluate your diet if you feel like you're not getting enough protein. How can you get more protein in your diet? What are the choices you have? What can you adjust? What can you bring in? Because I would go way more in the food direction than any of the supplements, unless it's really needed, unless for some reason you're having some sort of absorption issue and not being able to get enough protein, or you are trying for some reason, perhaps it's a professional reason, that you need to be bulking up and getting more muscle, and therefore you're trying all ways possible to get more protein. Whatever it is, if it's a special reason and that's what you're doing and it's working for you, then fine. But I'd just say to like the general public, eat healthier foods, focus on that. Don't worry so much about these supplements, these add-ins, because really where you're getting the most benefit from is real, fresh, whole foods. Okay, always, number one. And it's like, if you want to be adding in the powder, then that's up to you and experimenting with that. But I'd say no one's lacking from not having protein powder in their diet, you know, unless they have a super low protein diet and they're for some reason not able to tolerate certain foods that have protein in it. Then maybe they have to choose to have a protein powder in their diet. You know, there's special reasons. You know, if someone has special needs for it, then of course. And if that is the case for you, one thing I do highly recommend and encourage is always to read the labels. Always make sure any supplement you're buying, that it's a pure supplement, that's high quality, that it's made from whole foods, and it doesn't have all sorts of weird ingredients in there. There's no hydrogenated oils, there's no coloring, there's no sweeteners, there's no flavor enhancers, there's no stuff, no chemicals in there. You really want to be eating a whole food supplement product. And I would say, out of all the protein powders, the one thing to stay away from is soy protein. There's too much soy in most people's diets. If you want to know more about my stance on soy, and I'm not 100% against soy, it's just certain foods that contain soy I would stay away from, and that includes soy protein powders. And you can go to my website. I have a video about soy, I'll put the link for that. But I would stay, if you are taking a protein powder, I would not be eating the soy protein powder. I would either choose a whey protein powder, a high quality one, or if you're a vegan or vegetarian, I would choose a pea protein powder or a hemp protein powder. Or if you have digestive issues with a lot of protein powders and have difficult time with them, bloating, gas, and just digestive distress, then you can go with a rice protein powder. That seems to be the least allergenic out of all of them, and the most easily digestible. So those are your choices. Just stay away from the soy protein powder, and always go for a very high quality one that doesn't contain chemical ingredients and a bunch of fillers and stuff you don't need. You really want to go with something that's like plain. You don't want to be getting like the, you know, strawberry milkshake protein powder. You really want to get something that's just has pure ingredients. But again, I always stand behind the thing of getting your nutrition from your food. And there's plenty of sources of protein out there, both vegan, vegetarian, and for meat eaters. I mean, there's so many ways of getting protein in, and I would go that direction as opposed to taking a bunch of supplements that really, at the end of the day, do you know what it's really doing to your body? And number one is always listening to your body, feeling how your body's reacting to things. If you're eating a lot of protein powder and your digestion is terrible, and ever since you've been doing it, you've been having skin breakouts and having a lot of inflammation and things like that, then maybe it's not for you. Maybe you need to be reevaluating your diet and finding other ways of getting protein in. But on the other hand, if you've been experimenting with protein powders either to build more muscle, to lose weight, or even to gain weight, and you find that it's actually working, and you're finding that it's helping to control cravings, and you have more energy, and you feel stronger, and you feel fitter, and you're in the right direction towards your goals, then of course continue. But it's about first checking in with yourself as to what's going on, and if this is really working for you. Is this something you really want to be doing, or can you be doing something even better for yourself by getting these nutrients from whole real foods? It's always whole real foods first. First, that is superior compared to anything else. All right, so that's my stance on protein powders. Do I consume protein powders? No. I don't like the taste of it. I've never liked the taste of it. It's not something that I feel I want to put my time or my money into. But I do know a lot of people that do consume them, and some people feel great with them. Other people also couldn't continue with them. It's an individual thing. So I'm just sharing my own opinion and my own experience and what I see. All right, so I'm wishing everyone a fabulous day. And I just want to mention, if anyone wants to do a raw food challenge, the next one starts next Monday, April 13th. It's 1 week of doing a raw food diet, 100% raw food diet. So it's 1 week of eating fruits, vegetables, nuts, and seeds, learning to make healthy, nutritious food. Doing it for a week, it's a great way of, if you want to lose weight, or if you want to learn how to be eating healthier, if you want to just do a cleanse that's gentle and you can actually eat while you're doing it. This is a perfect time. It's the springtime. It's a great time to be sort of restarting your healthy journey and rebooting things and taking a break from the processed food, letting go of any kind of sugar addiction or coffee addiction, things like that, and get onto eating a cleansing diet for an entire week. After that, it's much easier to continue on a healthy diet. So if you want to join us, it starts April 13th. You can sign up at my website at radiantcentral.com. Click on 7-Day Raw Food Challenge. Have a super fabulous day, everyone, and I'll see you again soon.